fight was getting mentioned and talked about and, signed, I just felt like he just did a lot of fake stuff and said a lot of stuff that, a person that you claim that you cool with, you would never say. So that was my big issue with him. I just know, character take you along.
Floyd Mayweather's recent behavior has raised eyebrows, and now Terence Crawford is finally breaking his silence. In a new interview, Crawford explained what really caused tension between him and Mayweather. According to him, Floyd's strange attitude started just before Crawford's big win over Canelo.
Using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his.
Crawford explained that Mayweather used to call him before fights to show support, but this time he heard nothing. Instead, people close to Floyd told him that Mayweather wasn't happy about the matchup and didn't even want him to win. At first, Crawford brushed it off. But when he later saw Floyd's reaction during an interview about the fight, it became clear something wasn't right.
Hey, Floyd, what do you think about the fight, Crawford Madrigal? You said it's going to be a good fight. You think the winner should get Canelo?
Sir. We're saying about them right now.
Crawford also revealed something even more surprising. He believes it was Mayweather who leaked the news about him being injured during training camp.
So you didn't go into that fight 100%, you think? I asked for no details.
No, not at all. No. I don't know when did I ever win in a fight. You know what I mean?
Crawford went on to say that it was Mayweather who told people about his injuries during camp. He admitted he kept quiet at the time because he didn't want to confirm anything before the fight. Despite that, he stepped into the ring, handled business, and walked out as champion. What confused him most was seeing Floyd place a big bet on him to win, while never reaching out personally. Crawford said he didn't bring it up then, but things changed once Mayweather started calling him out, wanting a fight to prove who the real GOAT is. Crawford added that he doesn't understand the jealousy, because he's always respected Mayweather and supported him as both a fan and a friend.
I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, me, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time. And
Crawford questioned why Mayweather would even call him out in the first place. He admitted he wasn't at 100% going into the Canelo fight, which makes his victory stand out even more. Crawford defeated Canelo by unanimous decision to become the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, making history as the first male boxer to be undisputed in 3 different weight divisions, 140, 147, and 154. Before the fight, rumors spread that Crawford had a shoulder injury during camp, and those rumors, he says, started with Mayweather. Crawford later addressed the talk, making it clear he was fine and not suffering from any injury at the time.
My elbows is hurting, my hands, my wrists, my neck, things like that. You gotta listen to your body and just say, all right, decompress. I'm gonna just chill out and let my body just do what it do.
I know you had a great camp, but brother, you finna be 38. Soon,
Word started spreading from a close source that Crawford's surgically repaired shoulder had been acting up during camp. The issue was said to have been bothering him for 8 to 10 weeks and was being carefully monitored.
If I take Floyd Mayweather in his absolute prime, and I take Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime,
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats him.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
It'd be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
What makes it, because, and I told people, I said, look at Floyd. I said, Floyd, it's not that he trains, it's his life. And from the very beginning, he said, I want to be.
When I fought Canelo, I was 36 and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys won world titles and was undisputed champion. I think, the Tank age, the young little champions. Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts.
Crawford pushed back on the rumors, saying, "Where do I even get a shoulder injury from? People just make things up. One minute it's Crawford has a shoulder injury, then it's Crawford is out of shape or Crawford is slow. They'll say anything. Looking back, Crawford admitted he never would have confirmed any health issues before the fight anyway, since that kind of talk could have given Canelo's camp an advantage.
There's rumors that you've got a shoulder injury. Do you have a shoulder injury or is that just rubbish?
Where I got a shoulder, I think people coming up with their own, antics. Terence Crawford got a shoulder injury, Terence Crawford out of shape, Terence Crawford slow, Terence Crawford. Yeah, they coming up with.
When asked about his condition before the fight, Crawford admitted to Andre Ward that he wasn't at full strength. I had a lot going on in camp. I was dealing with injuries. I didn't go into that fight at 100%. Not at all. Honestly, no fighter comes out of camp completely healthy, he said. Crawford added that this wasn't just for the Canelo fight, but even in his previous camps, he had been managing injuries.
Couple days, right? How was that last camp you just had?
It was great.
I know it was great. Well, did you feel different at 37?
A little bit, yeah.
You had no bumps and bruises?
Man, we always got bumps and bruises.
I'm saying bumps and bruises at 37.
And I had bumps and bruises at 27,
The fact that Crawford wasn't at 100% only makes his win even more remarkable. First, he had the huge challenge of moving up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, the undisputed champion. On top of that, a shoulder injury can directly affect a fighter's power, stamina, and ability to maintain a strong defense. Yet Crawford still put on a masterful performance, shutting down Canelo's body attack, outlanding him throughout the fight, and never showing any weakness. It was a true display of mental toughness and skill.
Are you seeing a difference in power now you've moved up and you're at your natural weight?
Of course. The power is definitely going to come with it, so that's not any worries that I ever had to have.
Terence, what excites you the most about this challenge on Saturday night?
Shutting everybody up.
And what does this feel like to you, Terence? We normally don't come in an arena and see you booed the way that you were today. How excited are you to shut everybody up?
Hey, man,
Crawford's win also shuts down critics who try to downplay it by saying Canelo was past his prime or just had an off night. After the fight, Canelo himself revealed he would be undergoing shoulder surgery, confirming that he too had been dealing with an injury during the matchup.
If you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Recent reports confirm that Canelo Alvarez will have surgery on an elbow injury that's expected to keep him sidelined for 5 to 6 months. The recovery delays his fight schedule, even though he still has obligations under the Riyadh season contract, which guarantees at least 2 more bouts. This isn't the first time Canelo has had to deal with physical setbacks. After his trilogy with Gennady Golovkin, he underwent wrist surgery before making his 2023 return to defend his status as one of boxing's biggest stars.
How did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, well, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like he was at the...
Terence Crawford's victory at Allegiant Stadium was dominant, further cementing his place as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But after news broke about Canelo's upcoming surgery, some fans began questioning the result. Many argued that Canelo's low punch output could be linked to his elbow issues, with comments online like, well, that explains why he wasn't throwing much. Others, however, insisted that Crawford's win was clean and decisive, saying the injury talk only takes away from what was a complete performance by Bud.
When you look at these fights, especially coming up, you gotta be realistic. You gotta, say, all right, how big is this dude really is? Because David Benavidez, he can fight his ass off. Me personally, I believe
Crawford against Mayweather, right? How do you think a fight between both of them turn out?
If Mayweather gets hit with Crawford like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset that I'm trying to knock you out, and Mayweather knows how to play to that I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him trying to hit him hard all the time.